like I don't know, because his Kivas is all about stealing shit and collecting it, so you can, I don't know.
Yeah, who cares? All we need is more equipment stealing of all sorts. Like I was saying, it's a shame Neil stole my burling off Rasmussen idea and then fucked it up.
I want to go run around and steal all the Bajoran orbs.
Yeah,
Well,
we know you like your Bajoran deck, man.
We need that. You should make that guy that tried to take out Odo 5 minutes into the premiere of DS9 by throwing a mace at his head. We should make that guy that tried to take out Odo 5 minutes into the premiere of DS9. He's in the past. Throwing a mace at his head. He's in the past.
Do we have a temporal? Do you just have a temporal causality loop? We just had a temporal hiccup. That was weird. All right, well now I already let's get this officially started. This is
dogs on the show.
This is the 2017 Discard Pile Christmas special, and I have the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future with me. The ghost of Christmas past is from Seattle, Justin Ford. Justin, we haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been, buddy? All you've been is laundering all of this CC's money, taking up all of your time.
No, new job, man. Crazy boss.
Where do you hide the money? Where do you hide Charlie's money at your house? So when I come over, you keep it under a rock.
Under a rock in a giant metal vault behind layers of security at a bank. Yes.
Yeah, it's got stacks of cash. All right, my ghost of Christmas present. He'll be hosting the beautifully named DC Manasters. February. Well, let's explain it because probably people don't. It's better when they don't have context. But Ben lives in the beautiful Manassas, Virginia. So
I think in the announcement I described it as tolerable.
Beautiful. That's about all of North. Well, not that traffic, not anywhere else, but
Manassas Park.
I believe that's February 23rd to 25th.
Yeah.
You got some nice digs there. We're going to have a nice. We had some pretty. Everyone had an air mattress in Texas. That's high class living. Ben. What do you got?
Yeah. Let me be upfront that I meant it when I said when I saw Texas Masters, I thought I can do that, only not as good. It's going to be. It's my goal is to be about 60% as good as Texas Masters, and I think that's an attainable.
60% would be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's not just me.
Yeah,
I was, but honestly, I was saying I think you're about 25%. I think where you're gonna.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's anything like your period of review. Anyway, speaking of which. We got the ghost of Christmas future, the guy who made Ben Haas. Ben Haas made him look like Walter Cronkite during his period of reviews. Ben Liebick, welcome, Ben.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Ben never had the pleasure of the 3 years we did this terrible. I did this terrible show of being a guest. So,
yep, first time for everything, I guess.
Long time.
And for worst, I have zero political or real world questions because fuck the world. That's the kind of mood. If we live in a Trump world, I don't like. None of this. Merry Christmas, though. I'm glad I could say that now. Merry Christmas, Ben.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
We're out of the Christmas gulags.
Well, Ben, German Ben's allowed to say it. He lives in a free country. We're not allowed. There's no war. There's no war on Christmas in Germany. They love Christmas. Unlike us. Unlike you liberals, Ben. Why do you hate Christmas?
Yeah. I remember for the last 8 years, if you said Merry Christmas, Obama would dispatch a angry old Jewish lady to your house. Not everyone celebrates Christmas.
All right, that's enough politics. Let's get to the nerd stuff. In In 2017, we had 3 2E releases. We had 0 Hour, a set me and Ben Haas were on, which was quote literally worse than Unnatural Selection. So that was a ringing endorsement. We also had Nth Degree.
It was was that TK's blurb for the set?
No. Someone else called it worse. Starfleet's Finest was the guy who was constantly saying it was the worst.
I assumed it was TK or Nate.
No, I don't care what those guys think. And we had Nth Degree, and then we had the first holiday boutique set, Dead Stop. So my simple question is, now Justin, this is a hard one since you're not Charlie doesn't let you play cards anymore. But what cards released this year have you been playing?
I'd have to say honestly, I haven't used much of the first 2 sets, but the boutique set, that Charlie Dilemma actually has gotten me to try Starfleet out, and actually, Starfleet's pretty darn good.
What's that called? Hazardous Materials. Just Vulcan Zombies. Just couldn't call it Vulcan Zombies.
And I paired it with a slim reoccurring Malcolm deck, and just throwing dilemmas under the mission. Malcolm, I think 8, 10 plus dilemmas at our last tournament each game. Yeah, it was awesome.
You got Cowboy Tucker in there too?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that Malcolm is great because we up here, a lot of the people are liking the Archaeology Transporter dilemma set, and Malcolm eats Malcolm eats all those dilemmas. And so I'm like,
that dilemma set is fucking up design. I'm here to report from. We can't tell when we can't tell when to put those skills on dilemmas and when not to.
Yeah, that's me and Ben working on the latest set. Yeah. We had to go through a lot of like shit. Oh, there's those doublers. Now we got to watch out for the doublers, like a fucking scratch off lottery ticket, which we got to make sure we don't accidentally make any doublers that are too good. Ben, German Ben.
Did we mean to make a dilemma a dual dilemma that hits both doublers? Because
I don't think we have yet. I'm sure we're going to fuck up eventually.
Yeah, well, we did 0 Hour.
That's what Josh Sheets is for. When you guys fuck up, he comes in and cleans up the mess, right?
He hasn't had to yet. That's the whole point. I'm going to call German Ben Big Ben. That's going to be his new name, so I don't confuse my my Bens here. Big Ben. You did some traveling this year. What 2017 cards have you been playing?
I'm probably one of the few people that actually enjoyed 0 Hour.
You don't have to kiss my ass, Ben. Ben, there's nobody watching this.
I'm not trying to kiss your ass. I'm just saying. I love the Delta Pavonis mission, and I've kind of built the whole Klingon battle deck around that, and I really enjoyed that. It's a cool interaction deck, and I find the whole concept of battling to get dilemmas under it's actually it's a cool idea. It's a different way of doing it.
Yeah, it's a shame Ben Haas fucked all those cards up and they're no good. Ben, what did you Ben, what have you been Ben Haas, what have you been playing that came out in 2017?
I played New Power Rising, right? Yeah.
Yes, you did play that at Texas Masters in our round 6 shit show.
Yeah. I couldn't make my Ferengi Brain CRM 114 deck work, but and Molly O'Brien is good enough that I didn't play her, but I sent Wayne after her.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the overreactions of what Trek people do. How Molly O'Brien is absolutely useless, but that's not on my list. But I used her. I seem to I forgot all about that card, so I guess that's my card I used this year. I did use from 0 Hour the Hostilities Unleashed. Try to do like silly stuff like Relativity Battle and just anything goofy, since that card can just keep battling without having to be destroyed. Speaking of 2017, we already mentioned the boutique set, our first holiday set, and I admit it's a Corbett idea and it's a little gimmicky, but like you got to have a reason to release stuff. It gives you a theme. Justin, what's your hot take on holiday boutique sets?
I mean, releasing more sets in smaller numbers, is I think might be something to look at, or once a year releasing a special set, around a theme. I think keep the people engaged with not new game mechanics, but new cards and different game text. No new keywords, no new game text into a no
sets and smaller numbers doesn't mean what you think it does, but I understood what you meant.
Yeah, well, Justin's saying he just wants cards. He doesn't give a shit why they're coming out. That's fine. No, that's honest. That's a legitimate opinion. Ben, you're a playtester. If I can just out you, because like I said, nobody's watching this. So
I outed myself on that a couple of times.
What's your take on boutique sets? Holiday boutique sets?
Well, I don't know. I mean, as long as there's a good idea behind them, I'm all for it. I wouldn't say.
I mean, that would you just need a simple like the 0 hour was just Halloween, so it's just like suspense, spooky, just scary. And these are top down. You're just gonna make like I just want scary shit. I just told Charlie, give me Vulcan zombies. I don't give a fuck what you do when he volunteered for it. And then you can do like Valentine's Day, just do like romance, love, silly stuff. I mean, what else? It's just 9 top down cards. So
yeah, I mean that should just be at least a good idea behind it. I mean, I wouldn't want to do them just to do them,
Well, yeah. Obviously, you're not going to do it for a long time. How many Valentine's Days? But just in general, I'm not advocating an Arbor Day set. But Ben Haas, you hate everything. Tell me why you don't like
9 personas of Drought Tree for Arbor Day.
Oh yeah, you're right, Drought Tree. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we can make a 1E promo for Arbor Day. Write that down. Write that down, dog.
Well, I thought maybe we're doing Earth Day where every designer gets to recycle a bad idea they had and then try to bring it back. But what's that?
Cyrano Jones for the win.
Oh God.
I have a terrible Cyrano Jones idea. Everyone watching at home and if
all the millions,
if the 2 people watching at home,
if it's the job of everyone else on design and playtest to kill that idea whenever I bring it up.
So so for boutique sets, like if holidays don't really, I thought 0 hour was well received, and even the holiday. I mean, Halloween's it's a layup. Like who's going to hate scary shit? I mean, come on. The next thing, a more bottom up idea would be warp packs. Try to give underplayed or affiliations who haven't received attention in a long time. My question would be, does any affiliation or faction need a warp pack? And just don't say fucking con, because I don't want to fucking hear it. Big Ben, you go first. Who would need a warp pack, if anyone?
Yeah, good job putting me on the spot here. I don't know. I mean,
we don't prepare any like the old days. We were never.
Well, you got to say, Klingons haven't received anything in a while. Anything good in a while, I guess. Apart from your disciples' idea, but
you're not a true believer, Big Ben?
Well, let me put it this way: I'm a true believer in what a Klingon should do, and that's Klingons are born for war, and not for sitting on a planet without staffing icons.
Well, they don't have time to fucking fly a ship. They're busy worshiping Kalis. Come on, you gotta.
That's what I was getting at. I was going to agree with Klingons, or I was going to say Klingons because I was going to say it before I was agreeing. Because when's the last time they were any fucking good?
I'd probably say, either Borg or DS9 Earth. We haven't seen much that's centered around DS9 Earth or Borg.
Yeah, but Borg are good, man. Like, the whole point of a warp pack would be like
so DS9 Earth maybe, because I don't think we've seen a lot of DS9 Earth.
Yeah, that's on my short list of things. Like, I know there's a market. I don't like to go too deep into sub factions when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I don't really want to go holograms, but there are people who like that.
Would probably be like the TOS Earth connection to Paranoia, I would think.
Speaking, so you said holograms. commodities. We really haven't seen much. Nobody plays commodities, and there's no really any love for commodities.
Or even holo programs never got their. There was a lot of. I don't know if that was early. I don't know if that was before phase 2 or during phase 2, but there was a lot of misses. The shooting percentage for phase 2 just wasn't that great. I would have to go back and look it up, but I think they missed as much as they hit. Like Tarek Noor was a hit, Dominion, DS9, but then there's Paranoia, there's commodities. There's just a lot of
Starfleet.
What's that?
Starfleet.
Which one? There's so many Starfleets. You gotta narrow it down.
Starfleet was the no.
Whoa! Too much grog. Too much eggnog.
Phase 2 Starfleet was the dilemmas under Starfleet missions and the overbearing observer T'Pol and the archer who's not as good as the other archer but is easier.
No, damaged archer and that T'Pol is freaking amazing.
Yeah, but the other archer doesn't work. The amateur works at 3 missions.
Right.
All right. Where am I at here? Too busy. I'm getting a beer. I don't got time for this fucking this shit. I want to switch next to errata. It took up a lot, Big Ben, of the 2E period of review. I think entirely too much time, especially since like there's been no errata in 2017. It took up like 20 minutes of the fucking show. The hell you right there, Justin? What are you wrapping up a snack?
My dinner.
Making a sandwich in the middle of the fucking show. Oh, it's dinner time where you're at. Big Ben is 2 in the morning, and Justin. That's what you get, Justin. It's your fault for living in the past, Justin. My question for errata is really simple. When are people going to shut the fuck up about Fifth and Quintessence, the Borg errata? Like, fucking Christ, man. What was that, like 5 years ago? I don't have a question. I just want to bitch at people for always crying about errata.
That errata, that card needed errata. I mean, if I remember correctly, didn't that card win a major championship that year?
Well, that's not the only, like, a lot of cards win major championships that don't get errated.
That's true.
That's like the thing everyone complains about errata is, oh, you just errata things when someone wins.
Well, if you're going to breaking it down at the simplest level, people are crying about a card, Fifth, that lets you play a free person every turn. And then Quintessence, they're crying about a card that lets you download whatever the fuck you want every single turn. Like, at some point, like, what the fuck, man? Can you build a deck? Can you, like, it just seems so silly to me. I don't know. I'm already rampaging this week. I might as well keep the rampage going.
Wait, Fifth doesn't let you play a personnel.
No, but it lets you take a person off of Energize, and then you can
Energize.
You get to keep that around.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, people are still crying about Guidance of the Council. My nemesis Nate still won't shut the fuck up about George Primmon. Yet people like Ben and Neil, who are fucking assholes, they never once cried about Charlie doing the hatchet job to Mara and Korath. And that was fucking the ugliest errata I've ever seen. And they shut the fuck up.
Actually, I brought it up a minute ago, right?
Well, about Klingons. Well, you didn't bring it up specifically. You just brought up Klingons not be able to.
No, I brought up not on the show, but I pointed out that of those, like, download cards like Quintessence and Mara and Tal that got errated. And I think there's one other one I don't remember. But Mara's the only one that doesn't get used anymore because they made her harder to use and they changed what she downloads. She should go back to downloading events, but
yeah. Well, now she's overcosted because her ability's not worth it for 5 or even with the discount.
Right.
And no, I haven't seen. I think I've seen Korath like one time since the errata. That's the trick. Errata is not an easy job. The trick is to keep what the card does and take away the fucking nonsense. And it's hard to do sometimes.
I'd say with Mara, whenever I play my Klingon deck, she probably enters play maybe 50% of the time. You know, like I said, 3 cost is not her skills and her ability doesn't work, but her skills actually she has some fairly unique skills compared to the rest of the past Klingons. And so it just depends on your draw. I mean, if you need interrupts, you know, if you haven't drawn your interrupts, you know.
I think people are just assholes that don't ever want to change what they do. You know, I'm not going to bring up Hall of Fame until I just did so right now, but it's just change. People are fucking nerds are fucking angry when you take away anything. They just go fucking. Now I get nerd angry about things. Lord knows I have my rampages. But you know, I'm not making decks and playing the game. That's the fun of it. Trying to figure out and build stuff, not just do the same shit.
So you're saying we should have Rada past Ferengi since you won with him this year, John?
No, there's a new dilemma that takes care of him. That we found that I played at Masters. I played my Worlds deck, and I was having a lot of issues personally during the event. But Dereliction of Duty just that takes care of that Ferengi stuff, and people were downloading uninvited and
yeah.
And
also,
that's how you lost. I think Michael and Ken, right?
No, I don't think I played Mike in the main event, but Ken, yeah, Ken.
But I heard Mike was the only one that was going for the Batlith.
Mike Van Bremen's a true believer, and he won the Batlith. Ben Hops, go ahead. Let's just interrupt you one more time, Ben. What were you trying to say?
Yeah, I forgot. No, yeah. Also having Wayun audit Parlonor's books works pretty good at. Ben.
Ben also was able to handle the Ferengi. By. I was also
copies of under Fringanar. That's a shame.
I was also playing on a mixture of NyQuil, Bacardi 151, and a broken rib from an ogre named Neil halfway through the tournament. That lasted for 3 fucking weeks. So
holy shit.
So yeah. No, the soccer game, the fat guy soccer game was a success, except for me getting a broken rib out of the deal.
I didn't break it, but but that was just me. That was just me fucking up on the sidelines. I'm gonna blame the.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. Ben Hops, at least I hurt myself playing the game, and I scored a goal after I broke a rib. Ben Hops hurt himself warming up on the sideline.
Yeah. I'm going to blame the random concrete hole in your backyard for that, but yeah.
Man, Texas shit happens. Another big thing I think people overreact to is time games. That was another issue. I guess slow players are a part of it, but it's really just about how we time the game. Just, time goes out, then equal turns. My point is, if we fuck with it, aren't we going to fuck it up? We're going to fuck it up even more is what I'm trying to say if we mess with the timing rules. And also, like, the same people have a problem with like always trying to overcompensate for going second. That's why I think historical research did more damage than good, trying to overcompensate for going second, even though we all go second in half the games. So my question is, if people like Ben Haas has an idea, aren't you going to fuck up the game more by trying to change the timing rules?
Yeah, probably. It just sucks when time is called and you went first and it's the second player's turn and now you're just like, I don't even get to right now.
Yeah, but changing the time limit won't do anything in regards of that. I mean,
no.
No matter how long the game is, either it's 50 minutes, 60 minutes, or 70 minutes. Sometimes you're going to be on the short end of that, and sometimes you're gonna it's gonna go.
My idea was to make it like 50 minutes, but give each player an extra turn afterwards. So the way it is now, but with an extra turn each after that. But so you at least get one.
It always actually slows down more once we realize, oh, okay, we're going to get equal turns. All right, let's slow down a little bit so we don't fuck up.
You're right. That's the problem, and I haven't thought of how to not have that happen, other than just like
everyone wants the game to go quicker, but they're trying to get fairness. And there's just like going first. You go first half the time. Yeah, you're going to get fucked a game because of the time, but there's going to be equal number of times where your opponent gets fucked. It's like bad calls in baseball. That's a sport in America, Ben. It's like bad calls in baseball. They all even out at the end of the season. So, but that's why I think it's all bullshit. Because if you want it to go faster, let's just do an hour and a hard stop, and everyone stop looking at their clock and just play a game and don't care about winning too much in a Star Trek card game. And if your opponent's stalling, fucking call them. Tell them stop. Come on, asshole. Let's go.
I mean, if you want the game to go faster, honestly, I mean,
I don't. I think everything's fine.
Well, if people want the game to go faster, then I mean we need to just stop making more dilemmas that bounce. Dilemmas go under. You face it, they go under. Or if you don't pass it, then they either bounce or they still go under and bad shit happens. But bouncing dilemmas.
I play a lot of games. I don't play like Shran isn't. Shran used to be everywhere, man. If you remember, like 7, 8, 9, whatever the fuck years ago, Shran was in every fucking deck, every single deck. He's gone. There's dilemmas that take care of that. Like I don't run into too many games where I'm not getting any dilemmas under missions. I think that's a bit of a false flag there. I mean, I think, you know, if you're in a tournament where there's 8, if there's 5 games or more going, one of those fucking games is going to be an hour and 15 minutes. And I think people are just actually shitty at scheduling tournaments and expect a 5-round tournament to get done in 5.5 hours, and that's just not. That's just not
right. Well, for example, the arc transporter pile, where you put that stupid dilemma on the space mission, and then you go in with 6, you throw that space dilemma on the mission, and then throw a pest control. Probably not gonna pass it. You get none under, and your entire team is stopped. And it's those kind of piles that I think we need to take a hard look at too.
Yeah, it's the same thing with what's it called? Bread and circuses. That can drive you nuts. I mean, you have the thing on there where you need an additional skill, and then that thing bounces all the time.
Yeah.
Well, they're actually
you heard upcoming stocks. Let's go home now.
Well, I know. No, I know. We've all played. Yeah, fuck this game. Fuck this. No, I don't know. Maybe I haven't run across a deck like that in a long time where I'm not getting any dilemmas under. And like I said, I remember the Shran days where that was an actual thing. I think it's better than it used to be. But I know there's answers for it. There's an event you can play that they can't play a dilemma. There's all sorts of nothing happened. There's all sorts of things you can do. But there's going to be games where sometimes you just can't fucking do nothing, and you're fucking just fucking in the air, and you can't get shit done. I don't know. I think any attempts to fix it are going to make it worse. I got one more. That's all my questions, but I got one write-in question from my Australian koala bear, Greg Dillon, a late entry, and his question was just basically that everybody. I think by everybody he means me, because I kind of said this on the boards. Everybody's wrong about power creep, and that we shouldn't try. I basically fuck my Hall of Fame idea, and the way to get people to play new cards is to make newer, more powerful cards. I call that an arms race, and I said I'm not interested in an arms race until Charlie fires me as the design director. But am I wrong? Is Greg right? Should we just keep having? People cry about bloat in the game, the sheer number of cards. Should we just say fuck it?
That pick is so bad it makes me want to fuck up Australia again.
I mean, if you think about it,
what was so bad? Hold on, I missed that. I missed the first.
That take is so bad it makes me want to fuck over Australia somehow again.
Oh, you hate? Oh, his take. Oh, okay.
I mean, if you go by Ben's idea, keep making powerful cards, then you're gonna get not yet Australian Ben.
It's Greg.
It's Greg.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
His brother's Ben.
Sorry, sir.
Anyway, for Greg, you keep making more powerful cards. You're gonna eventually get into say the 1E situation from 10 years ago, where you're gonna have a 2E deck. You're gonna win on turn 1. I mean, you keep making more powerful cards. I mean,
well, you're also going to give. You're going to turn to 1E as you're eventually going to need an OTF with built-in rules and shit if you go down that road. Big Ben, what are your
Shaded Excelsior? Massive shade.
No.
Burn.
Well, the person, if we went down that road, Big Ben is the one who's going to have to do all the work and play test that shit. Do you want to play test a new Issue of Trust, a new Denatra, a new just all the a new Homeward Bound. How does that feel?
A new Chuckles, a new OT Kirk.
Yeah, a new bridge between two crews.
Oh yeah. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, we're gonna play test everything anyway. You're gonna put in front of us, but
you will. I'll fucking yell at you. You'll fucking do it,
as we do all the time. But on that topic, I think I personally believe we have a very good balance right now in 2E, and I mean, just for example, in my day one at Worlds, I played 6 different FLations in my 6 games, and every game went down right to the wire. So I'm actually very pleased with where the game is right now. So I don't think we need to fuck that up by putting out, we're not going to put out a bunch of powerful cards for every FLation. So when you start putting out not necessarily powerful but overpowered cards, you're going to have to start somewhere. And then you're gonna and then that FLation is gonna be the flavor of the day, and then the next one is gonna be the flavor of the day. And I don't want that.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, like I said, the Hall of Fame idea it's just out of boredom. It's not about, like I said, it wasn't. Ben House always knows how to speak to me and to Marion, and it's not a eugenics project. It was just I'm fucking bored. I don't want to see Hard Time, Gum 2, Personal Duty, fucking anymore. I don't want to see. I mean, that's all that was. But
those dilemmas are still played. They're still played, and that's another problem. Like we have the core small set of dilemmas that you see constantly at every single high level event and local event in people's piles. And what can we do to make more dilemma diversity? I think that's probably something we should look at.
Well, there's nothing. You got 2 options. It's simple as that. You start setting some off to the retirement home, or you just start making new better ones, but I don't know what kind of game. That's not a game I'm interested in really playing.
And we're just gonna play. We're just gonna like Hall of Fame. You're just gonna play it occasionally. Like
it's an option for. I always envision it as an option for higher level play.
Yeah.
For
like I mean, going back to Netrunner, just rotated and basically everything I know how to do in that game out of the game, and banned everything else. Like the few other things that weren't in the sets that got rotated out. And it was great for the game. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in that game now, but I like that.
That's what they're afraid. That's what people are really afraid of. Is that really what the blowback is? I'm out of questions, and the show's officially over. But I'm going to do the hard sell for Hall of Fame.
Oh, I thought wait. First, we got to talk about how bad.
I'm sorry. You had something?
Last Jedi was, right?
No. I have to listen to your dumb text about fucking Last Jedi, and my son, my 11-year-old said it was kind of okay, and then he was right. It was kind of okay. It wasn't as good. I didn't like it as much as Rogue One, and that's it. That's all we're talking. You're not allowed to talk about it, Ben.
That's right, but you liked Rogue One, which is the wrong take. But anyway.
No, all you fanboys. No, I'm the opposite of Star Wars. I like what the fanboys hate, and then the opposite. I'm not a Star Wars guy.
I mean, I'll tell you, for diehard Star Wars fans, definitely I can see how difficult this movie was, but because it's a different direction that Star Wars is going. And
this is what irritates me a lot about not liking The Last Jedi is that I don't like it. The reason I don't like it isn't like actually Luke would never have done that. And also there's people that it's feminist propaganda. No, I just think that the plot went nowhere. And
yep, exactly.
What irritates me, Ben, is I was about to yell at people about Hall of Fame, and then you hijacked it with some dumb. So I get it, man. Kylo Ren's the only good thing about the new Star Wars. That's it. That's all they got. So,
okay, let's talk about Hall of Fame.
No. I'm just going to say, it comes down to people being fucking lazy. It's just lazy, and no one wants to do fucking anything.
You're right. You're right. And I think there's an argument about how this is a game people play like twice a year, so maybe you shouldn't make it hard for them to make decks. But
fuck them. Fuck them. They play twice, like you said.
Yeah, there's also gonna be like 2 or 3 Hall of Fame events a year. So
yeah, there's gonna, if they're at 2 Masters a year that you're probably going to be traveling to, you're well aware. It's not like you're not showing up at a local and someone's saying no, you can't use those cards. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but with all the articles, they used to do is when somebody would write an article, which I think we should get back to, is you put up a sample deck with that article for that new set. You put up a couple sample decks if people want to
do that. There's still Ross does a good job about putting up. I call them fluff pieces because I'm a bad person.
And that's if somebody doesn't want to build a deck, you take that deck and you can use it or add a few cards or don't have to work.
Well, that's it, guys. That's all I got, unless someone else has something. But Hall of Fame is happening. I gave Ben, I signed a check to Ben Hoffs to sponsor Man Asters, and you know what? If Justin's allowed to take a check, if it's for Charlie's slush fund, it's money's allowed to talk.
So far, you've signed an intent to sign a check, but
my word, hey man, don't you doubt my word.
I'm not doubting your word. I'm just correcting the record.
Oh God,
my word is better than a check. My check will fucking bounce, man. Come on now, my word is a lot better.
So Ben wants an official check from your bank, not a personal check.
No, Ben knows I'm a cash guy. He knows I'm going to show up to Masters with the cash.
I'm not 100% convinced you have a bank account.
No, well, I wish. I want to live off the grid. I want to have no cell phone and no bank account, but unfortunately.
I guess it's hard to actually work for a trucking company without a bank account.
Well, yeah. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you all had a good Christmas and have a good rest of your 2017. Hope to see you. I know I won't see Justin because Charlie has a lot of paperwork for him to do.
I'll make it known that I might be attending 2 next year.
Did Charlie say that was okay? Did Charlie? You gotta.
Hey, it's my money, not the CC's money. Thank you. My money. I got the time approved off work. Thank God.
He went to Chicago and
it will be Chicago Continentals probably.
That I'm still crying about it.
Just wait, because I think Ken's going to be in Maggie's basement too, so he's got to try some Malort.
Oh geez.
Oh man.
I wasn't 100% going to Chicago this year, but
and then Ben's going to have some more Malort.
No, I am. Yeah, that's a Warriors drink.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot to ask Maggie if I got kicked out of her basement after my rampage earlier in the week. And Ben Host, I did like your speaking of Tamarian.
Oh yeah,
I like how you said your job is to go ahead. I'll let you.
It's basically my and Maggie's job to keep the Ripper in containment. While because we need him to make the design spore drive work, but every now and then he busts out and mauls Ken Tufts. and we need a new OP director.
God. I don't know. I had a bad day, and I was getting some. I hit a wall of CC bureaucracy. I went Bibbles, man. I just went fucking Bibbles. One of those days, you drive. I drove for 12 hours, and then I had to look at people and just say, no, we and I'm not against Excelsior. We're not getting in the way of Excelsior. Nothing's getting in the way of Excelsior. But I know what it just couldn't say what it was really about. I'm a person.
That's what we call false dichotomies.
So this Excelsior, do you think I've heard good thoughts about it. What do you think, John?
I played it. I played tested in Orlando. I played one game, and it's a great. There's a market for it. Let me put it that way. If you got an area with a bunch of kids, you're trying to a bunch of conscripts like me, trying to round up your kids to play, or young people, or new players, that is good. If you have, let's say you got a local legend. Atlanta's got one. We used to have one in Atlanta. There's the Arby's. TK used to run shop playing. We had Neil playing Maquis Worlds decks once. Ben Haas almost cut his throat. If you got a local legend, who can't act right,
I forgot that, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
If you got a local legend coming to the locals and smashing your newbies with tier 1 decks, then fuck it. Say, hey, we're playing Excelsior because you're a fucking asshole. So I think that's a lower, Excelsior is your ground up. And then Hall of Fame is when you got people who play the game more than twice a year. That, you know, come on, like how many times? Like I can't keep playing the same shit. I can't do it. I'm fucking bored, and you know, that's it. I'm angry, and I just want to play. I don't want to see. I don't need to see Gumto. How many more times you guys see Gumto, Big Ben? Big Ben, did you fall asleep? It's 4 a.m. in Germany. Why are you?
Yeah,
I
kind of fell asleep. I think the tone of your voice is quite soothing. Put me asleep. But
oh, what's that called? That no, I didn't know about this. What's it called? The whispering AVR? No, what's it called?
ASMR.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. People listen to, you can like get paid to whisper to people and put them to sleep. Oh, this voice, the voice of angel.
Oh God.
This,
you probably fall asleep, but it's gonna be nightmares all over.
Girls can, but you can't.
Yeah, I'm like, it's okay. Shh. Ben Hosp. We're gonna play Hall of Fame at Masters. It's gonna be beautiful, Ben. It's gonna be. Oh,
I say, Ben. So are you doing a 1E Masters or just 2E and trebles?
Yeah, we're doing 1E. It'll be on Sunday morning.
Any crazy format or just your standard?
How dare you?
That's shade.
Second edition is it'll be OTF. Second edition is just Hall of Fame. It's not a crazy format. Excelsior is the crazy. Ben. I said, you know what? I'm done with 1E OTF. I just don't care for it. And OTF is the shared delusion that 1E is not supposed to be a fucked up game. It's supposed to be. I want 1E in its glorious fucked up format. It's a game that was made in fucking 45 days. It's supposed to be shitty. You're supposed to need cue cards and 5 fucking side decks, and then all your fucking people die anyway. It's just how it is.
John just wants to drink. John just wants to drink with Morn and play Dabo.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. But so you can have your delusion. Go ahead, just like religion. Have your delusion. I'm just not going to participate anymore with OTF.
What happened to you at Minnesota Masters? Did somebody play a certain objective on your homeworld, and they weren't supposed to?
We found out later. Yeah, we're not going to. Yeah, I almost won a 1E Masters by joke until someone accidentally cheated me. I'm not going to throw shade. Now, 1E, someone's going to cheat you. It's just going to happen, and you're going to cheat them. That's just how the game is.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it. I'm going to end the show. Well, much like Ben Haas's peer review, we went on about 20 minutes longer than we should have. So like Greasy Ducat, I'm just going to fucking wish you a Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
Much like the last